Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a go through of my wish list on the Cult Beauty website. I'm doing this because I found a neat little trick that my phone can do, and that is record my screen as I'm doing things on it. So I've seen a few of these videos where people have gone through their Sephora Loves List and decluttered what they didn't want to purchase anymore. So I thought I would go through my Cult Beauty wish list. For some reason I noticed as going down the list, a lot of the items are dated as the 3rd of October. I think this is supposed to be the date that I added them, but it's actually the date that I recorded the screen recording, so I'm not too sure why it's done that. I also apologise that because I have filmed this on my phone, annoyingly the picture showing isn't going to fill the screen, so I'm really sorry if that does annoy anyone, but it was the only way that I could film this. So on to the first product that you have been staring at for the past couple of minutes, and that is the 18-piece vegan brush set from Morphe. This is £49, which isn't too bad for an 18-piece brush set, but I just think purchasing this would lead to too many duplicates in brushes I already own in my collection. So I am going to give this a miss. I think I did add this when my collection was quite small, so that has been on my list for a while now, but I just don't think I need it, so I'm going to remove that one. Next we have this Taco Paw Bubble Paw Pack from Tony Moly, and I did add this completely for the packaging because I think it is the cutest little thing, and I believe this is a skin mask that you wash off. I'm more of a fan of peel-off masks, so I say I did add this completely for the packaging more than anything, but it's not a bad price for a skin mask, and I think it looks like it probably would have quite a few uses in it, so I think I might keep this one for now, but whether I'll actually get around to purchasing it, I'm not too sure. Next we have another mask, and this is the Brilliant Skin Purifying Pink Clay Mask by Sand and Sky. I did get a sample of this in a subscription box a good while ago now, and I did use it for a while and then stopped using it, but I have again recently picked it up and have really been enjoying using it, but I can't justify £40 on a face mask. My local supermarket of Aldi stocked dupes of this mask, which I think was only £6, and I did see it in store, and by the time I decided to purchase it the next week, it had completely gone. So I'm going to keep an eye out for it in case it does appear back in shops, because it was obviously popular, but I don't think I can purchase this expensive one. The next thing is actually weirdly another thing that Aldi duped, and that's the Pixie Glow Tonic. This is something that I'm not too sure what to do with, but I've heard it is good for your skin, so I think that's probably why I added it. I don't really tend to spend £18 or £20 or anything on skincare. I tend to go more drugstore, so I think I will get rid of that. But again, if the one that Aldi are duping is still in store the next time I go, I might pick that up for a few pounds just to test it. I'll leave it on my list to remind me actually. The next is a salicylic 2% solution from The Ordinary, and I've heard that this is really good on blemishes, which I am really struggling with at the moment. I had a period of time where I didn't really get many breakouts, and then I changed my contraceptive pill and now I get them all over again. So I think something like this might really help me out, but I need to look into it a bit more, so I'll keep it there for now. And the next thing is the Epic Incliner by NYX, which is something that I actually recently purchased on a recent trip to Debenhams. So I don't actually need this on my list anymore, so I can get rid of that. But only tried it a few times so far, but really liking it and think it is as good as my favourite Manita eyeliner. Then we have a Briogeo, I never know how to say it, hair care set, which has 4 items in it, and this is quite an expensive hair care brand, but I've heard it does amazing things. I'm really struggling to find a decent hair product at the moment because I'm just struggling so much with frizz, and I think I just need to put some good treatments in my hair, if that makes sense. So when I seen that this was a set which wasn't too badly priced and was a good way to try things, I added that to my wish list. I think I'm going to keep it in there for now, but I don't know when I'd purchase it because £38 is quite expensive from what I spend on hair care anyway. Next we have the Too Faced Papa Don't Preach blush. This has been in my wish list for the longest time, as I did really want to try this. I don't think I actually own any peach blushes, so it would be something that is unique to my collection. But at £25 for a single blush, I just haven't pushed the button yet, but I think I'll keep it there for now. Then we have the Pixie Lower Lash Mascara. I added this because I'd heard great things about it, but I've seen recently that a few drugstore brands have brought out double-ended mascaras which have a lower lash wand in them. I think one is by the brand Ardell, and Elf have also recently brought one out too. But I still do kind of want to try this one, so I think I'll keep it in here for now, but whether I'll purchase it I don't know. The next we have in here is the Boing Industrial Strength Concealer. And this is something that I only recently added to my wish list after trying a sample of it from the Feel Unique Pick and Mix series. I will link that video above. And I did really enjoy it, which I didn't think I would, because I tend to like concealers that are in a tube with a doe foot or brush applicator as opposed to one you dip your finger in. But I do really like the way that this went on my skin, so I'm still going through my sample at the moment, so don't need to purchase the full size, but will definitely consider purchasing it in the near future because I did really enjoy using it. Oh, for some reason I have two of them added to my wish list, both the same shade. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't want to remove one just in case it removes both of them, so I'll just leave them both there. Next we have this Pocket Candy palette in Sugar Plum, and this is by the brand Lime Crime. This is £31, which is really expensive for the size of the palette, but it looks like Polly Pocket. This is yet another thing that I've added to my wish list solely for the packaging. Don't get me wrong, the shades are really pretty in this pink one especially, but just look at that packaging. It's just Polly Pocket, which I love. But I would worry that if I had it in my collection, my daughter would want to get her hands on it. So I think I'm going to take this off my list. I'm never going to purchase it. I just like looking at the packaging, if I'm honest. Next we have a NYX Liquid Suede Cream. I have added the shade Soft Spoken to my wish list, but to be honest, there are quite a few shades from this line that I do want to try, and for £7 as well, they are really reasonably priced. I just have quite a lot of lipsticks and liquid lipsticks on the go at the moment, so I'm keeping them there. Not that I'd forget about them, but just because I don't want to purchase them at this moment in time, but I still do want to purchase them at some point. Next we have this Pixie and Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse Solid Cleansing Oil and Cleansing Cream. Really long name product. This has been on my wish list for a good while now after seeing it recommended by a few different people, but I just don't think I'm ever going to get around to purchasing it. For £24 is quite a lot, and I just don't know what to do with cleansing oils, balms or creams. Just give me a cheap micellar water to take my makeup off any day, so I think I'm going to remove that from my wish list. Next we have a Jouer Long Wear Lip Cream Liquid Lipstick, and this is £15. I think there was a few shades in this that I wanted to try as well. This is going to be a recurring theme in this wish list. There will be probably quite a lot of eyeshadow palettes and quite a lot of liquid lips. I just love trying different liquid lip formulas, and I have so many liquid lips in my collection at the moment that I'm trying to get through some of them before I try a new formula, but there are quite a few shades that I want to try in this line, mainly the nudie type colours, but also a couple of the pink ones are quite nice. And say £15 isn't too bad for a liquid lip. It's probably sort of higher end of what I'm willing to pay, so I think I'll keep that in there for now, but I'm not going to be purchasing it until I get through some of my collection. Next we have the Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation from Benefit, and this is a full size of a mini that I purchased, and it's an okay foundation, but I don't think I'm going to be purchasing it for that price. as there are so many more drugstore foundations that I have that I prefer to this one. It's not bad, but I don't think it's worth $25.50, so I'm going to take that one out of my wish list. Next we have the NYX High Definition Finishing Powder. I've only recently been getting into finishing or setting powders and thought this might be a nice one to try because it's not too expensive and I quite like the products that I have tried from NYX so far. This says I must pick an option before I can add it to the bag. I probably would pick a translucent option, which I think is available for this, so I'm going to keep that in there for now because I don't need it at this very moment in time. I've got a couple of other ones on the go. Now we have the Morphe 35p Plum Eyeshadow Palette. And I put this in the basket, or wish list, sorry, because I'm really into purples and greens at the moment. So this did catch my eye because of all the colours in it. But I just don't think I'd get enough use out of that many shades. I'm leaning more towards purchasing the Huda Beauty purple, I think it's called the Amethyst palette, rather than this one. So it's not a bad palette for the price, but I'm going to take that one out. Then we have the Morphe Pro Firm Blending Crease Brush. As I said with the set at the beginning, I am looking to increase my makeup brush collection, but I just didn't need that massive set, so that's why I've added this individual brush. So I think I will leave that there for now, but I do like the look of it. Then we have the Beauty Blender Pure Solid Cleanser. I put this here because I'd heard good things about it, about obviously cleaning a beauty blender. I presume it would work for other branded sponges. £15 is quite expensive for something just to clean my sponge. I'd rather try other methods first. I just have not got round to trying the other methods and my makeup sponges are looking like in a pretty sorry state at the moment. Although I did read the other day putting it in the washing machine in a pillow case is supposed to be really good, so I might try that first before I look into purchasing that. Next we have the Too Faced Life's a Festival eyeshadow palette. I think I added this to the wish list when it was first released, as I was really drawn to it, but I think the more I've seen it mentioned in videos and things, it doesn't speak to me as much anymore. It's a nice selection of shades and I've heard that they are good quality shadows. I just haven't had the best of luck with Too Faced shadows, meaning the chocolate bar, that I'm not a massive fan of. It might be a different formula. I mean, from the swatches it does look really pretty and there's a couple of nice duochromes in there and I kind of am a bit of a sucker for a duochrome. It was also mentioned recently on one of Andrea Mataliano's videos and she rated it really highly, so I'm just really not sure what to do with it. I mean, those eye looks looked really pretty. I don't need it, but it is really, really nice. So I think I'll keep it in there for now, but I'm probably not going to purchase it, but I'll just leave it there to look at. Next we have the Benefit Ka-Brow Eyebrow Cream Gel Contour, and this is the mini size. I think I added this to my wish list around the same time that I purchased the Goof Proof because I wanted to try both of them, but ended up trying the Goof Proof one first and I've actually fell in love with that, so I've never got round to trying this one. And to be honest, I don't think I will, so I'm probably going to remove that from the wish list. I know it's there if I want to go back to it anyway. Next we have another lipstick, and this is one by Morphe, and it's the matte liquid lipstick in the shade Peanut, which now looking at it looks very orange, and I'm not too sure why I would have gone for that colour. Perhaps I've just clicked on it because I wanted a shade and I've just picked a random one just to add it to the wish list, because there looks like there's quite a few nice shades there, although in that lip swatch Peanut doesn't look too bad actually, so maybe I thought it was something different. These are £12 each, which again isn't too bad for a liquid lipstick in the realms of what I'd like to pay, to be honest, but I won't be purchasing any more at the moment until I've made a dent in the ones that I currently have in my collection, which is a lot. Next we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and I've put this one in the basket in the shade Blonde, but I might be the light brown if that exists in this range. This was one that I was wanting to try again around the same time as the Goof Proof, but because I could get the Goof Proof in a mini, I went for that one because I thought it'd be better to try it for half the price in case I didn't like it. I don't think I'm going to get back to purchasing this one because I do love the Goof Proof so much, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Then we have the Too Faced Natural Nude Lipstick, and I put this one in the shade Strip Search. It looks like it is quite a nice nude shade, but from what I remember when I did actually get a chance to swatch these in Debenhams, to me they are kind of like glorified tinted lip balms, and £18 is quite a lot for that. But there are quite a lot of shades that are really pretty, but I can't see myself spending £18 on this type of product, plus the names are a bit too over-sexualised for my liking. So I'm probably not going to go ahead and purchase any of these, even though the packaging is pretty and the shades are nice. I don't think for the price point I'm ever going to get around to purchase these, so I'm probably going to take these off the list before I convince myself to purchase one of them. Then we have the Too Faced Better Than Birthday Sex Mascara. I think this might have just been the limited edition release when they did that 90s and now modern day eyeshadow palette thing they released. And I did want to try this mascara, but people have compared it to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which I'm not a massive fan of. So I think if I don't really like the L'Oreal one, I'm probably not going to like this one. And this is obviously double the price of the L'Oreal one, so I'm probably not going to purchase it, even though I did want to try it because it is such an iconic mascara, but I just don't think it's going to be for me, so I will remove that one. Then we have another Too Faced product, and this is the Chocolate Gold eyeshadow palette. This is such a pretty eyeshadow palette, and it speaks to me in that it contains a lot of foiled and metallic shades, which is what I like to wear. Would I wear them on a daily basis? No. So would I probably get my money's worth out of this palette? Probably not. But it is so pretty, and there are so many really nice shades in here. The only thing that puts me off is because I'm not a massive fan of the original chocolate bar. Am I going to like the formula of this? Even though they do look more foiled and the swatches do look really nice, I know I'm definitely not going to get my money's worth out of it, but it is a nice palette, so I'm really not sure what to do, so I'll keep it there for now. I must have been going through a Too Faced page and just looking at everything they had. Now we have the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is £25, which for me is quite a lot to spend on a bronzer. But this is another product that I have heard really good things about, and about it being a really nice non-orange bronzer, which is the kind of bronzer that I like. I don't think I'm ever going to spend £25 on a bronzer, but I believe that they do minis. I don't think I've seen them in Debenhams or online here. I think I've only seen the bigger size ones, but I think I've kept it in the wish list to keep an eye out, to remind me to keep an eye out for the minis in case, because I'd be more willing to spend £12.50, so I'll leave that there for now. Next we have the NARS Climax Mascara, which I think is a recent release, and this one is £21, which for me is quite a lot to spend on a mascara, but from what I've seen, this does do really good things to your lashes, so I do really want to try it, but I think I've got too many mascaras on the go at the moment to justify purchasing another one at this time, but I definitely do want to try it, so I'm going to leave that in my list to come back to. Plus it looks like it's not available at this moment in time anyway, so I will leave it there and wait till it is available. Next we have the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and this was another one that was added around the same time as the Goof Proof pencil, but I just haven't got the patience for the very thin eyebrow pencils. I just don't fancy drawing in individual brows. That's why I prefer the Goof Proof. Then we have the Blush Bar Cheekathon by Benefit. This is £49.50, which is quite expensive, but they do look like big pan sizes, and there are quite a few products here that I do want to try from Benefit. I don't think I would get my money's worth out of this, so I probably am going to remove it from my wish list. Next is a Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Nude, and this is from the Love collection in the shade Sugar Mama. I would actually try any of those 4 shades listed there. I know Wifey is quite a popular one. If you see my recent mop box unboxing, you will see that I was excited to receive a Huda lip, but disappointed that it was one of the lip strobes and not one of the matte liquid lips. So I'm definitely going to keep that there to purchase in the near future, again once I've made use of what I've already got. Next we have the Benefit Brow Contour Pro. I added this to my wish list because I was completely intrigued by it. It obviously reminds me of the pens that I used to use when I was in school as well, which I thought was quite cool. But when I think about it realistically, I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, so I'll get rid of that one. Then we have the Zoeva Premier eyeshadow palette. I've never tried anything by the brand Zoeva before. I haven't heard bad things, and I thought the shades in this were quite pretty and the packaging was really nice. It's not a bad price either, but I don't know whether I would ever get proper use from it, so it's definitely not something that I need. It was just something that I like the look of, so I will keep it there for now, but don't know if I will go back to it. Next we have the NARS Orgasm Blush Duo. This is something that has been on the wish list for quite a while after I received a sample of the NARS Orgasm Blush. I hate the name. And I did really like the blush, but just never got around to purchasing a full size of it. So when I seen this duo for £16, I thought that wasn't too bad, but if I'm honest, I'm never going to purchase it because I've got blushes that I like a lot more than I did that one. Next we have another Huda Beauty product, and this is the Gemstone Obsessions palette. And this to me is a collection of all the recent gemstone palettes that have been released. And I am really drawn to this because it does contain green, purple and a few different other shades that I want to try. The last time I went to purchase it was out of stock, which is why I added it to the wish list. And I've never got round to purchasing it again. But it is something that I definitely have my eye on because the shades look so pretty. Will I get proper use out of it because it's mainly shimmers, if not all shimmers? No, but it is really pretty and I do really want it. So I think I'm going to take the Too Faced palette off the wish list because I think I want the Huda Beauty one more, and it's also a cheaper price, so I will definitely be keeping that there and it'll stop me buying a more expensive palette. Next we have a lipstick set from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is a mini matte set and this is the nudes. I thought this was a really nice selection of shades and a good price for 4 lipsticks. I am a massive fan of mini lipsticks because I just never get around to finishing a full lipstick bullet, especially based on how many I have in my collection. So won't be purchasing it just yet, but I think maybe once I've finished my mini Smashbox lipsticks, I would definitely look to purchase something like this, if not this exact collection. Then we have the Hoola bronzer, and this is the travel size mini from Benefit. This is another one that has been on the wish list for some time now after receiving a sample of the bronzer and really liking it. I'm still working my way through that sample because it seems to be lasting forever. I will admit I haven't overly been reaching for bronzer recently, so it is definitely going to last me that little while longer too. So I might as well just take this mini out of the wish list because I'm probably never going to get around to ordering it. Then we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is again in blonde. Similar thing to the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I don't think I've got the patience to individually add brow hairs, so that one's a goner. Then we have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I've only recently been using setting sprays, and the main one that I have is the Urban Decay All Nighter, which I just can't bear the smell of. So I want to look into this one a bit more to see if it's scented, because if it is, that will definitely put me off. But I've heard great things about it, so I'm going to keep it there for now until I can look into it a bit more. Then we have from Hourglass the Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure, and this one is a travel size. I am so tempted to purchase this because I just hear so many people say great things about it, and I'm glad they have brought out a mini in one respect because I'd never spend £40 on a full size, and travel sizes are good, so I'll keep that there for now. Then we have the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop 24-hour foundation in what I think would be my shade of light ivory. When I'd heard about this being released, I did have high hopes for it, and I did think it would be a good foundation to try, but the more reviews that I've watched on it, I just don't think it's going to be right for my skin type, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Then we have another NARS Orgasm Blush. This must have been the one that I originally added back when I tried it before I seen that they had that duo. but I just don't think I'm ever going to purchase the full size of it because I do have more blushes that I like. Then we have the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And I've had this in the wish list for some time because I have been dying to try it. And I was luckily enough sent a sample of it from the Glamour Beauty Club, and it was a dead cute little pot of it, which was a great way to try it. And I did really enjoy using it, so I would definitely consider purchasing it once I've used the sample up, which seems to be going quite a long way anyway. Next we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina eyeshadow palette. This is one that I didn't want to try when I first seen it. Then I watched reviews and talked myself into it. Now I think I've talked myself back out of it again, so I'm probably best removing it from the list before I talk myself into it again. Next we have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I've got this in the shade Ivory. I added this to my wish list when I tried a bit on the back of my hand in Debenhams not so long ago, and I did really like the way that it felt. I really have problems with spending a lot of money on foundation though, because I do have a lot of drugstore ones that I really like, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Next we have a Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Mini Set, and this is the Blushed Nude Edition. Same as with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I do really like a mini lipstick, and I think this is a good way to try the formula. I think I probably am more leaning towards getting one of these mini sets than one of the full size ones. £33 is quite pricey, but not in the grand scheme of things. And then underneath that we have the Demi Matte, which is their newer formula. I just do really want to try something from Huda Beauty, but I'm not too sure which formula I want to try first. These minis are great and they do have a few different variation of shades, but the nudes is probably the one that speaks to me more. So I think I am more likely to purchase this than a single one. But I think if I did like that formula, I would be tempted to come back and try the Demi Matte formula. £18 is a bit more than I like to spend on an individual lipstick, but I do think I will like the Demi Matte finish, so I think I'm going to keep both of those in the list for now, and I'll come back to them at a later date. Next we have the Blush Bunch from Benefit, and this is something that I think I am definitely going to be purchasing myself, if not asking my husband for Christmas. This is a set of 6 mini blushes, and they look like they are the same size as the Hoola bronzer that I have, which was classed as a sample, but as I said previously, it is lasting me forever, so I know these are really good sample sizes, as it were. And £20 for 6 different products to try is a great price, in my opinion. And I don't think I will make use of the Hoola Light because the Hoola normal bronzer is such a good shade match for me. But I really want to try the 4 blushes that are contained in it as well. So I say I'm definitely going to be keeping this on the wish list, and will no doubt be adding it to baskets soon, whether it's for myself or my husband's purchase. And here we have the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette, which, as you will hear me say, I do really want to try because I want to try more purples. Although I have seen quite a few tutorials with the green palette, and now I think I've talked myself out of the purple palette and into the green palette. I just haven't added that to the wish list because that might be going straight in the basket rather than getting added to the wish list. So I'm going to keep the purple one there for now, but I really need to decide between the purple and the green. At the moment, green's winning. Let me know what you think in the comments. Then we have yet another Huda Beauty liquid lipstick. I'm definitely determined to try this formula. I just obviously can't decide on a shade. That's why I think the minis is probably the way forward, because I need to try more than one shade. But there are just so many nice shades there to try. I really quite like that famous one, and I really like this pink bombshell. So I just don't know what to do with these. I'm probably going to buy the minis, but I'm going to keep them there for now just to stare at them. Then we have a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and this is in the shade Pillow Talk, and this is the Matte Revolution formula. I think the price of these is so expensive. £24 for one lipstick is a lot, but Charlotte Tilbury generally is really expensive. My friend loves a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products and has recommended them to me in the past. I think she's recently just purchased this exact lipstick actually. So I'm going to wait and see what she says before I make a decision, but I just don't know if I can ever spend £24 on a lipstick, but we'll see. Then we have a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is a highlighter in the shade Opal. These are absolutely raved about and I have been dying to try them. I don't think I could spend £30 on a highlighter because I struggled to spend the £20 or whatever it was on the Merry Luminizer, which I do really love, but I'm not getting anywhere fast with it and I think I use it every single day. So I'll keep that there for now, but I think I'd rather try a mini than try the full size. Then we have a set by Drunk Elephant, which is a brand that I've heard amazing things about, but it is super expensive. I mean, £90 for skincare. I think I just added it on a whim. If I win the lottery, I might purchase it because it looks like it does contain quite a few different products to try, which is a brilliant way to try them. But again, £90. That's all I keep thinking. So I need to remove it because I'm never going to spend £90. Then we have another matte lipstick, and this I have down in the shade Fetish, and this is from NYX. I haven't heard much about their matte lipstick formula, but it is only £8, which is a really good price. And this looks like it's a really nice shade as well. So I'll leave it there for now. I might purchase one eventually if I ever need a lipstick. I think the heart on the packaging is pretty cute as well. So I will come back to that one. And here is yet another Huda Beauty lipstick. I've obviously just been adding them so I can remember the names of the shades that I've chosen out. This one I've done in the shade Gossip Girl, which is a really pretty shade and probably one I have a million times over in my collection. But again, I just want to try the formula, so I eventually may one day purchase one, but when, we do not know. The next thing we have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. And this was one that I added as soon as it was released, but just never got around to purchasing it because I was seeing something else that I wanted more. It looks like it is a really nice everyday palette. I've just heard that their shades are really pigmented, which does scare me slightly, or intimidate me, should I say. So I'm going to keep it in the wish list for now, but I don't know if I'm going to purchase it because I don't need another neutral eyeshadow palette. I'm just intrigued to try the formula more than anything. So that is it. We are finally at the end of my list. I feel a bit better having deleted some of the things that I'm never going to purchase. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.